So greetings people, I'm here in the city centre of Birmingham. Today I want to speak with a British-born Jamaican. She has decided to relocate somewhere in Africa. I want to find out what really caused her to really make such a vital decision, such a big decision to make, you know, for anybody who is planning to leave a country that they were born in and to relocate to a very new one. I really want to know what experiences she's had living here, being born in this country, growing up here. You know, is it similar to the ones that I have had? You know, and so much more about her. She being like a first generation, or should I say second generation Windrush. You know, the people who came here in the 90s, 50s, 60s, most of them from Jamaica. So I really want to speak to her and to find out all of these things. You want to watch the full video, okay? This should be informative for anybody who plans to actually relocate, especially if you're planning to go to Africa. Okay, so stick and watch the full. Let's go. Greetings people, so again as I said before, Sandy is now waiting for me by the bull here in Birmingham. The bull is just about 2 minutes there up the top here, so I'm just coming up this small hill. You know, just let me give you a 360 to show you what this part of Birmingham city centre looks like. The outdoor market is just down there, and also the indoor market. You can see a church in the backdrop. Oh, this is probably one of the main, this is the main shopping area here in Birmingham city centre. So let's continue, go up this side. Yeah, so pretty much as I said to you before, I really want to get into the meat of the matter to find out, you know, what could have pushed her to really make such a bold move. You know, we all know the economic crisis, if I should say so, that is plaguing the entire world, if I'm honest. We all know that it's planned and designed by these guys, these people who actually run the world, you know. Those of us who know. But regardless, back to the main point is, you know, I also want to find out, as I said before, what was her life growing up here in this country, in Birmingham, in England, in Britain. You know, what experiences that she had. Were they good experiences? I'm thinking probably not. And there is Sandy here. She's doing a short film herself. So we'll go over in a minute and speak to her. How are you doing, Sandy?
Yeah, not too bad. I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah. I was just saying,
yeah.
Did you know the reason why this area was called the Bull Ring?
Not really. I was thinking some time ago, because I was in Grand Central, the train station.
Yeah.
And I know they have this massive bull inside there. I was thinking, what is this bull for? What's the obsession with bulls in Birmingham?
But years ago, it used to be called Bull Ring Shopping Centre.
Oh, okay.
Right, years ago. Well, I know that because as a child, I used to go shopping with my mum.
Yeah.
And I used to hate it because, you know, when you shop with your mum, you have to drag the trolley. All them way there.
Yeah.
Right. But it was called the Bull Ring because in the 16th century, they actually did used to have a bull ring, like bullfighting and stuff.
Oh, okay.
But there used to be more nearby St. Martin's Church, which is just over there.
Okay. That same church. Yeah, I was just showing them that church.
Green, they used to kill the bulls and stuff.
Okay. So this is why.
Bull ring.
I see.
But like, you know, like, is it Spanish or Spain, and they have their...
Yeah. Oh, the bullfighting, the bullfighting. Oh,
yeah. The toreadors.
Yes.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
And I'll give you just a small reason why I said that. The Moors, the North African Moors, who was the one who mobilized Spain. They came across to Europe, entering from Spain firstly, and they started what you call now mobilize in terms of so-called civilization. Yeah. So giving Spain pretty much everything that Spain become today, setting the foundation for them. Then it spread straight across the rest of Europe, being here in England, France, wherever, Germany. So it was actually the North African Moors.
Yeah. So it's the Moors that actually brought it to Spain?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
So I'm not sure about the whole bullfighting or anything, if they were the ones who brought it there, but I know in terms of the development of Spain, it was through the Moors.
The Moors, yeah.
You know, yeah, people can always dig deeply into this and get so.
Yeah.
You know,
like a lot of things, isn't it?
Yes,
like
yes.
a lot of things
Yes.
always been bought by the Moors or some part of black history.
Yes.
Yeah. But yeah, that's so good. Yeah, thanks for that.
Yes, but quickly though, before we even move on to anywhere, I want to know first and foremost, why are you going to move from England,
Where
a place
am I
that you're
from here?
Why are you going to move from here? What caused you to want to do that?
You know what? England has had over 50 years of my life already, right?
Yeah.
I won't disclose exactly how much, but it's
that will
way
disclose
past
it. That will disclose your age,
right? But you know, I think UK is going down.
Yeah.
It's not like how, you know, as somebody born here in the 60s, I really see the development and I see the decline, right?
Okay.
It's just going down.
Yeah.
And for one thing, it's too much taxes.
Yeah.
Right. I'm a person who I've taken part of my pension, private pension, on the fact that they take 75% tax of your pension, your private pension.
Yeah.
Right? And we have 25% tax free. I think it's diabolical. It's out of order.
It is.
And it's just not.
It's a robbery.
It's not fair.
It's robbery, man.
Fair, you know. So that's one of the things. You know, something too much taxes and stuff.
Okay.
And I just think that the country itself is just going down. The politics and everything is just not. Well, most politicians in any country that you go to, right, is always something, right?
Yeah.
You know, no matter how much you vote for people, right, they always say something, but action something else,
Okay.
right? You know, so.
Okay, so
I
let's.
just think that the way that the policies are going in the UK
is not suiting you at this moment. Yeah. Okay, so let's leave this there. We want to find somewhere that's a bit. I mean, it's not too noisy, but let's find somewhere probably we can sit down. And I'll talk to you somewhere because I want to, as I was saying to the people before, I want to speak to you about, you know, a bit of your childhood, just your life growing up here in this country, and what was it like?
Do you know the
What you used to do along this side here?
Huh?
What you say you used to do here? This is the Birmingham Canal.
I know I used to do bell boating.
Okay, bell boating. What's that?
It's like two canoes,
Sorry.
but they're joined into the middle.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean? It's like you've got two narrow canoes, and then there's like a join in the middle.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's like two and that, right? And
But
we actually used to bell boat going up here, and then coming back all the way back down.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I don't see canoes anymore.
It's like a double canoe kind of thing. It's hard to explain it, but yeah, when you see it, you know.
Okay.
Yeah. It's called bell boating. You can always Google
boat.
bell boating.
Yeah. So
and then you'll see what the boats look
these
like.
little boats that I see, they're not canoes though, because I usually see them go up and down. People live in some of them.
Yeah, you know, you got the paddle and the paddling.
Oh yeah, that's a canoe.
Like,
Yeah,
it's
that's
narrow.
a canoe. Oh yeah,
right, so you got people sitting in there, but then it's joined by with another one. There's like a little panel in the middle, and it's joined with another one. It's like two boats put together, and they just call it bell boating. I don't know why, but that's the name of it. Yeah.
But how long ago was that? How long ago was that? How long ago was that you did that bell bolting? What's it called? Bell bolting.
Yeah.
How long ago was that? What year was that?
Last year I went a couple of times. Last year that was
okay. But it doesn't happen here then.
Yeah. We rode all the way up to here and all the way back down to an area called Ladywood.
Okay, yeah, I know Ladywood. I used to live there.
Yeah.
For a short time. Okay. Just stop this one. So I want to really know, as I was saying to the people before, give me at least 4 solid reasons that make that this is a big decision for you to want to actually leave where you were born and grow.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been here 15 years. I'm from Jamaica, so for me to want to get up and leave, you know, it's kind of understandable in a sense, because I know what Jamaica is like. I know what that kind of weather is like, everything.
Yeah.
You might have experienced it, but probably never lived. Have you ever lived outside of England before?
No, not lived.
Okay, but you have holidayed.
Never lived outside of UK at all.
At all.
You know,
so this is why I ask, what made you decide to make such a bold move and decision?
I think one of the main thing is retirement.
Yeah.
Retirement, right? a lot of British people, and I'm British born, right?
Yeah.
A lot of British people retire in the Mediterranean, you know, as wholly for them in Spain, right?
Yeah.
But I didn't want a westernized country.
Yeah.
I wanted to go back to Africa, to the motherland,
Of course.
right? You know, so one of my main reasons is to retire somewhere peaceful,
Yeah.
right? So even though I'm looking to go to the Gambia, I'm not looking for the hustle and bustle side like Senegambia or nothing like that. I want to
Yeah.
be in a country where I can retire in peace,
Yeah.
be able to grow my own fruit and vegetables, you know,
okay.
fruit trees and vegetables and things. I mean, me here said that when you plant anything over there, it grow quick.
Okay,
you know?
that's good. So it's sustainable.
Yes,
Sustainable living,
sustainable,
yeah.
Right,
Okay.
so it's retirement is one of the things. Another thing is I'm just sick and tired of the politics
Yeah.
and rubbish going on in the West, including UK, you know, and them always join forces with them cousin them in the US.
Yeah, they're
you
all
know,
families.
I'm just tired of all the politics,
Yeah.
right? And that, I'm tired of that. So that's two. Number three is, you know, I said the weather already, didn't I? Yeah, the weather.
Yeah, I don't think I mentioned. I don't remember.
Yeah. The weather, of course. Oh gosh, you know what? England in the 70s
Yeah.
used to have proper seasons.
Yeah.
You know, winter, autumn, spring, summer.
But it's all mixed up now.
All of a sudden, England is literally 1 month you
Yeah.
will get of summer. And the rest is literally either rainy or cool, you know, winter, and I can't be doing that, right? So the weather is definitely a big plus for me to be moving somewhere hot.
Okay.
You know? And again, we are melanated people, right? We need to have the vitamin D.
Of
right?
course.
Vitamin D is a vital source mineral that we need in order to. It can carry a long way, right? When you got your vitamin D in you, right?
Yeah.
You know? So I'm sick and tired of having the colds and, you know, flus and all the rest of it, you know?
Yeah.
So the weather definitely. And also another reason is the amount of the high taxes.
Yeah,
Too much
you
high
have to pay.
taxes. Yeah.
Yeah.
And like I said to you before, around about taxing on your private pension
Yeah.
and stuff, then get 75% tax and you only get 25% tax-free. There's so much more taxes that have been added on. I remember a time when paying council tax didn't have so many different avenues to be paying for.
Yeah.
Council tax used to be paying for the council, the police, and
Yeah.
fire only.
Yeah.
At once upon a time. Now they're adding health and social care and other bits and pieces on your tax, right?
Yeah.
You know, so I think it's totally unfair. There's no consultancy
Yeah.
with normal everyday people
To find
about
out
that.
how is it
Then
affecting them.
just put it on there and you have to
Yeah.
obviously you have to pay it.
Yeah.
You know, if you don't pay council tax in England, you can get jail.
I know. That's a
can
big
lock you up.
problem for me here as well.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
So it's all of that. So yeah, it's a number of reasons, but the main
those
thing
are the
is
main
I just
ones.
want to have my house. And you know, another thing is that it's the affordability as well.
Yeah.
Affordability. My house that I'm in now which is my own house, mortgaged house.
Yeah.
You know, it's got a small garden and that. You know, and it got a good driveway and everything.
Yeah.
It does me well, right?
Yeah.
But for the price of a piece of land and to build a bigger house with pool, I need to have a pool.
Of
right?
course. Most definitely.
You know, I would never be able to afford that
Yeah, here.
dream house here in the UK. There's
Funny,
no
it's
way
funny that you say that because I was in a place working recently in Scotland called Ballawhoolish. I was working on there at the hotel, and somebody was telling me that there is a house.
Yeah.
That place is cold as hell during the winter, and it's in the middle of nowhere. You understand?
Yeah.
There's a house not far from there. They say it's going for like £2 million. Like I
Yeah.
said, for what?
Yeah.
Why would I buy a house here for £2 million?
In the cool.
In the cold. £2 million, you know how much money that in Gambia or Jamaica?
Yeah, I
That's
know.
probably gone into billions
I know.
or billion.
I know.
You can get a villa.
You imagine
Three
£2 million
villas.
in the Gambia
No.
or even in Jamaica.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
Imagine that. It's
Yeah, the
yeah,
weather
yeah.
would be such a big deciding
But
factor.
you know what? If that same house was in London,
Yeah,
it would have been probably 5 million.
yeah, I know.
You
I
know
know.
what I mean? Because the more north you go,
Yeah, is
the
higher the
cheaper
prices.
it is supposed to be.
Oh, okay.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And of course, more north you go, it's also more colder.
Colder,
It's
of
closer
course.
to Greenland
Yeah,
and all
because
that. Right?
that place is
More
closer
colder.
to the
So,
north. It's very cold there and windy.
But yeah, I'm just tired of it now. And
Yeah.
also I'm thinking, I've paid England so much taxes
Yeah.
from since I was 16 to the age that I am now,
Mm-hmm.
right? And you know, I'm not getting no benefits. I
Yeah.
don't get no benefit
Yeah.
from it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
So
And I'd rather pay taxes to my own people.
yeah,
my own people
I've
in my own
noticed that,
country.
of course, that England doesn't really taxpayers are not benefited. You know, we don't get any benefit from
No,
it. You know, it doesn't
no.
pay people who work the working
It's
class then.
not designed,
Designed for the working
you
class.
to benefit.
I know.
It isn't.
It's kind of sad.
It's designed
It's
for
sad.
the rich to continue
Yeah.
living that
Living that
lifestyle,
life.
and for the poor to stay where them is. They want you to stay where it is.
This is a worldwide system.
Could they even have a cap on how much you can have in your bank?
Yeah.
You know that.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
Yes. You can
How much
only
is it?
have,
What's the cap?
Is it either 24,000 or something? It can only in each bank, so you have to open different bank accounts if you have
Yeah.
more than that.
Oh,
Imagine.
okay. Okay.
I mean, who are they to say you must only have that? How,
It's just control.
what about multi-millionaires? You think about that, right?
Yeah.
If you can only have, say if it was cap was 30 grand per bank account. Right?
Yeah.
Imagine how much bank account a millionaire will have to open
Just to be able to be.
put all their money in, right?
It's
Which is
crazy.
why
It's so much control.
Which is why us normal people need to think outside the box, like the 1% people,
Yeah.
and have your offshore accounts.
Of course.
You have
Of
to
course.
have your offshore accounts
Of course.
and stuff like that, because again, that's another thing. When the tax
Everything is monitored.
taxman know everything that you have,
Yeah. It's coming for it.
you finish. You finish. Then what? Then peace.
Okay.
Oh dear.
I'm Sandy. I want to know how prepared are you or ready are you for this move to Gambia? Are you really ready?
Me not ready.
I'm glad for I'm happy for your honesty. I'm happy for
In
your
all
honesty.
honesty, I'm not ready.
Yeah.
There's so much things that need to do.
Yeah.
First of all, right, I'm redecorating my house
Yeah.
currently right
Oh, okay.
now, right? So the house is it's like a building site.
Yeah.
You know, I got plasterers in and everything, right, before I put the house on the market. So of course,
Mm-hmm.
you know, before you put a house on the market, you need to make the house look the best as it can,
Of course.
so that you get the good valuation, right? So that's one thing. So that's not finished yet.
Yeah.
And because that's not finished yet, I can't really have a time.
Yeah.
Right? Once that's finished and it's decorated, then it's all the packing and shipping and
Yeah.
just having the basic things left in the house. Luckily, it's only me one in the house, so
Yeah.
I just need one room with the basic things.
Basic
in
things in it.
and then I'm ready to go.
I'm gonna ask you
So really, I'm gonna have to also wait for the house to be on the market and to be sold.
to be sold. I'm gonna ask you a
So
question.
I
Very
can't really say
personal.
what time that's going to happen.
Frame is gonna be.
But my
Yeah.
cutoff will be the beginning of next year.
Yeah.
Right, so I'm going to give myself the rest of this year to do what I'm doing with the house
Yeah.
and put it on the market. Once it's sold, then
Yeah.
obviously I'll have to go.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
So yeah, can't really say when.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm going over next month
Mm-hmm.
to do a few business things. You know,
Yeah.
I've got a business partner who is. She's born here, but she's
Yeah.
actually born of Gambian parents.
Oh, okay.
Right, and she's going to be my business partner.
Nice.
So, and she's going over next week, and I'm going over the week after.
Yeah.
So, we're going to register the business.
Good.
So I'm
Good.
going to do all that kind of paperwork and
Yeah.
you know, stuff like that first. So, you know, by the time I'm ready to go, I should be more or less
Yeah.
good to go and have a business ready.
Oh, okay. Of course.
know?
So at least there's earning power.
Yeah.
There's something to earn. In terms of what do you call it, accommodation, how would that go for you there when you're there?
I'll be renting.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'll be
okay.
renting.
And
When
how
I get
soon
over
will you
there,
start building?
Yeah, just rent an apartment or something,
Yeah.
you know.
And
It wouldn't be hard to find
No,
places, there's loads of places.
you'll find places. Okay, but I like your bold move though. The fact that you're not 100% ready, but you're still trying to make it, because I believe, really and truly, you can't wait for the full picture in order for you to make a move.
No.
Especially when you have thought about it for. I think you have thought about it for a while, because I've seen you there in Gambia before.
Yeah.
When you came, just
it's been ongoing
yeah.
since 2020.
Okay. So
2020, so it's 5 years
yeah,
now.
5 years now, of course.
Yeah,
So you must have done your research and everything.
Yeah. And some of the reasons why I'm still here as well, and
Yeah.
why things have I had a kind of like setback too.
Yeah.
Because of my son's health.
Oh, okay.
And
Sorry
he's
to hear that.
still battling this
Yeah.
dreaded disease,
Yeah.
beginning with C,
Ah.
right? And he's been battling that for
Crazy that is.
more or less the same length of time.
Yeah.
Yeah, since COVID, since 2020. So
Oh.
I'm here for him too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Of course.
But he wants me to live my dream and stuff. So
Yeah.
I'm not really stopping because of him, but
Yeah.
I'm here for until
Of course, you have to.
know,
He
gets
needs the
at
support.
least,
Yeah.
you know, to a point where
Yeah.
I can leave him.
Leave him.
You know, he doesn't live with me. He lives with he's got his girlfriend and
Oh,
stuff,
okay.
but so
Okay.
it's
Of
not
course,
the
you
same
still have to
thing.
play your role as a mother. Yeah. Really sorry to hear that, though. Really sorry to hear that.
It's okay. It's
Yeah.
okay. You know, yeah, it's one
All
of
right.
them
So, why Gambia?
Why Gambia?
Why Gambia? Why not a different country? Why not
because-
Jamaica?
Well, I didn't want to go to Jamaica. I know my mom's from Jamaica, but I didn't want to go to Jamaica. I don't, to be honest, I love Jamaica. Don't get me wrong. The place itself, anywhere in the Caribbean, I love the Caribbean. It's the people.
Yeah.
It's the people. I'm sorry.
Of course.
Jamaicans
The people make the place.
That are listening, I'm sorry, right?
Yeah.
But
It's the truth,
I'm
though.
English
It's the
born,
truth.
so you
Yeah.
got to understand, right? You
Yeah,
know?
it's the truth, though.
Even some Jamaicans don't like their own people, right? So
Yeah.
I'm English born, right? And to you lot, I'm Miss Foreign, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Of course.
So it's the people. It's the people. Not all of them. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, in everywhere you have the good and the bad,
lovely
innit?
people there are honest,
Yeah.
loyal,
Yeah.
you know, dependable. But a lot of them, right, the minute they know
Are
so
the
you come
opposite.
from foreign, especially UK,
Yeah.
all them want.
Definitely.
All them want, you know what I mean? And that
Yeah.
includes family.
Yeah.
Right? And the family know already because we already tell them same thing.
Yeah.
Right?
I share that
You know,
sentiment.
Everything you have, they want.
Yeah.
Right? You know, and I just can't be asked with that. Can't be
Yeah.
asked with that. I'm not saying that it's not like that in the Gambia.
Yeah.
Because there are some people like that, right? It
Yeah.
could be anywhere in the world, there are some people.
Yeah.
But Jamaica is the people, the crime.
Yeah.
I mean, look at me as a single woman
Yeah.
in Jamaica. Really?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You'd be targeted.
Right?
You'd be
I
targeted.
wouldn't feel safe, right?
Yeah.
You know, I wouldn't feel safe
Oh, okay.
at night.
So
you know?
that's the
And
reason why you
crime,
probably
the
wouldn't go there.
Drugs and all the rest of it.
Yeah.
Don't like it. It's here in the UK too.
Yeah.
Right? But because I'm used to the country, remember, I'm used to this country.
Yeah,
it's
so
a
you know
different
to
kettle of fish. When you know all the
navigate
avenues
yourself,
and
yeah.
everything, you know how to keep your head low.
Of
so
course,
to speak,
of
right?
course.
So no, not Jamaica, but the Gambia, yeah.
Yeah.
I find that the people are more friendly. It's
Yeah.
a more peaceful place. The crime rate, right? You can Google the crime rate between Jamaica and Gambia.
Yeah.
Right? You find that yourself, right? The crime rate is low.
Yeah.
The most crime that they have is theft,
Yeah.
right? It's
Petty theft, yeah.
You won't hear no big news. Gun crime here, left, right, and center. Knife crime, people stabbing up each other. You
Yeah.
won't hear that.
Yeah.
You won't hear that, right?
Oh, okay.
I'm not saying you won't indefinitely, but
Yeah.
it's very rare, right?
So that's your reasons.
Yeah.
For wanting
So
to go
that's
there.
that's some
Any
of the
other
reason.
particular reason why
Yeah.
Gambia not the next African country?
Yeah. Well, and also the fact that it's the smallest country
Yeah.
on the continent. It's the smallest and developing. So with development, it means you got more chances of starting a new business and developing with the country
Sure.
and the business growth.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm actually a master coach, right? And master coach meaning that I'm like a life coach.
Oh, okay.
Right? You know, I trained for coaching, and then I went up and done the master coaching. So
Yeah.
I'm there to help, especially women and girls, to look at businesses, right? A lot of them have a little business. Like, so for instance, there might be street vendors where they sell their wares on the street.
Yeah.
So I could help them to go that next stage and probably do something different, right, in order to create more a wealthy business and be more successful.
Oh,
you know,
okay.
so I will be there to do like coaching, training. Right, I'm also a lecturer as well.
Good.
I've been a lecturer for 29 years. I'm now
Yeah.
recently retired.
Lots of
Last year was my
experience.
academic year, last
Yeah.
academic year.
Oh, okay.
So I've got a lot that I can give.
Oh, okay
You
then.
know,
yeah.
give back
The
to
motherland
the
needs that.
community.
Africa needs that. Gambia in particular needs that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, he needs that.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So, you know, it's a lot.
Fair
There's
enough.
a lot that I can give.
Fair enough. Fair enough. With that being said, was that any by any chance a deciding factor also for you wanting to go where your people are in Africa?
Not really, no.
No, it
Because as
wasn't.
I got older,
Yeah.
I have, you know, people that I liaise with of
Yeah.
all different cultures. And
Yes,
stuff,
myself
you know?
as well.
And England has now become more multicultural. So
Yeah.
multicultural now that you're very seldom seeing that racism
Yeah.
as such. Not saying it doesn't happen. English people tend to have that racism. They do it more on a subtle,
Yeah, it's subtle. Yeah.
subtle basis. Whereas in America, they fight forward with it. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? They
yeah.
were just really in the face with it.
Yeah.
But it's more subtle. But yeah, back in my day, in the 60s and 70s, growing up, that was the influx of people from the Caribbean and India and
Oh, okay.
those other countries. So the racism was more high profile then, you know. And people who used to have their houses, they used to say they don't want no black people living next door to them.
Yeah.
They had no blacks, no Irish, no dogs onto the windows, you
Yeah.
know, saying they're not going to rent to us and things like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, as I grew up older, you know, it's become more multicultural, so it's almost the norm now. No,
Yeah.
it's not as bad.
Yes.
It's not as bad. So
Yes.
that's not really one of the factors why I
That
want to leave.
live here.
You know,
Oh,
but,
okay.
you know, growing up, I would say that I had a fairly good childhood.
Yeah,
Fairly
so
good,
good.
growing up, you know, good education and that.
Good.
And, you know, yeah,
Okay,
it's
nice.
good.
Okay, Sandy, I want to ask you this. Based on my own experience, having
You can sit here, you
come
don't
here.
have to question. Or you have to stand by
No,
the camera.
no, I'll stand by, but I'll do a part where I'll sit
In
down
case
with you.
it falls.
Yeah. No.
Sure.
It's just I want to see it, you know, how it's looking. I want to ask you because, as I said, my experience here, I haven't lived there for 15 years. I've experienced little racisms here and there. Nothing I would imagine compared to, say, like when you were growing up, you know, years ago. You know, so what are the experiences that you have faced growing up here as a, you know, a black British person? You know,
Yeah.
Jamaican parents, St. Lucian parents.
Well, as a child of the 60s, right, as you know, in America,
Yeah.
there was a big civil rights movement.
Yes.
Right, at the same time that I was born, literally, right,
Yeah.
over here in the UK. So there was racism, yeah.
Yeah.
I won't say there wasn't. There still is now, right?
Yeah.
Every country has some kind of racism, right? But yeah, in England was definitely had the racism when I was a child.
Yeah.
Even when I was at school, the teachers them, oh gosh, back in them days, the teachers them used to have cane.
Yeah.
Right, they used to cane you and stuff like that, and it was always usually the black kids.
Yeah. And cane is something they used to whip you, yeah?
Even I got it as a
Yeah.
girl, you know.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
you get the cane,
Yeah.
and things. I got called things like, you know, they didn't use the N word here.
Yeah.
Them used to say coloured.
Oh,
They used to call us
okay.
coloured people, you know.
Yeah.
Didn't even used to say black, but they said them coloured people. You
Mm-hmm.
know? Yeah, I used to get called names and things like that. You know,
Yeah.
get your hair pulled and all that, right? So yeah, the racism was there as
Mm-hmm. Very
a
strong.
young child, right? As I grew up, you know, we get
second.
it, but it wasn't as bad, you know.
One
Well,
second.
at least me
1 second,
personally
Sandy.
never felt-
Sandy, you do have a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Yeah. So do you want to tell the people what your channel is?
It's Sandy's World.
Yeah.
That's what it's called.
Oh, Sandy's World.
Sandy's World, yeah.
And
You
pretty
might
much what
find
you're
it
doing
on
on
the
there.
quote Sandy's World, but it's Sandy's World. That's
Oh,
it.
okay. Do you want to just take you, because I follow this, one of my favorite YouTubers. It's called I Am Marwa from Kenya. I don't know if you know him.
No.
But usually, you can Google him or YouTube him. Whenever he wants to help another YouTuber, usually let them get on the phone, find the page and show it to the camera. So I don't know if you want to do that. You want to do that?
I don't know.
You don't do that? So you
No,
go on your
I'm not
YouTube.
sure what you're supposed to-
Go on your
Oh,
YouTube.
my channel.
Yeah.
Oh, get
And
the
you
channel.
find your own
Oh,
page.
okay, let
Yeah.
me find it.
You find your own page and then you just pretty much just show it to the camera.
Yeah.
And then also I'll put it in the description anyway. Leave the link down below, and also
I'll get my channel up.
flash it on the screen.
Into my channel. It will help if I haven't got my glasses on because I can.
It's a nice day
That's
today,
my
though, isn't it?
channel.
Okay.
Oh, can you see it though?
So just push it up to the camera. Just like this.
Because it's
Oh, it's
dark.
going off. Okay, no problem. So people, that's Sandy's channel. So go subscribe to her, follow her, comment, yeah, and support. Just support. And most of your videos probably be coming when you.
Sandy's well.
Okay, most of your videos probably be coming when you're in Gambia. You do a few videos here, but
Yeah, got Gambia coming up, and gonna
Oh, okay.
have a series of things coming up in the Gambia.
Oh, okay.
From in April, because I'll be there for 3 weeks.
oh, okay, it's nice.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't even know when I'm gonna visit Gambia again. I'm trying to have some land there. I'm trying to sell.
Yeah, yeah.
At the
I
moment,
did
so-
put it out there. Someone did respond to me, right? Because I did clearly say, don't respond to me, respond to you.
Yeah.
Right, and I put your contact.
Okay.
Right, and then somebody respond to me. This always happens, doesn't it? When
I
you,
know.
When you share something, people always come
Yeah,
to
because they
the
want
person
to.
who
Yeah,
shared it.
yeah, that's just the way people
See
are.
the names on here.
Okay, and what are these names for?
Oh, it's cable's under here.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, somebody said, "Oh, that's really cheap."
Yeah.
That you're
Yeah,
selling
no,
it
I'm
for.
saying it's a giveaway. It's
Yeah.
a giveaway, actually.
Yeah.
It's
and
a giveaway.
And I was explaining to them where it is,
Yeah.
right? Because in Khartoum, we're far away from all the hustle and
Of
bustle.
course. Khartoum
so it's
is
going to
it's
be
different.
cheaper,
Yeah.
right? The
yeah.
closer you get to the Senegambia Strip and all that,
Yeah, the more
it's going to
expensive
be
it becomes.
mega expensive. And plus, it's nice that that it's in Khartoum because we can be there by the beach
Of course,
easily.
it's on the beach side and
without,
it's a good land.
without having to pay the big beach
Yeah.
price for a piece of land.
Yeah, and the thing about Khartoum, though, as much as it's far from the epicenter of Gambia, it's still one road that takes you there.
Yeah,
One
yeah.
smooth road that takes
Yeah,
you there.
yeah,
Because
and
usually it used to take
that's
me about
fine. That's
35
fine.
minutes to get
Yeah.
there, probably,
Yeah.
from
That's-
Senegambia.
It's
You know?
fine by me that
Yeah.
and it's more country, which is what I want.
Of course, it's
You
nice.
know?
It's
You
nice.
know, so that does me fine.
Have you ever
Yeah.
been on one of these things?
No.
Yes. I think I might probably want to do it one of these days.
1 hour cruise,
Okay.
live commentary, 650 adult, 450
what's the
child.
site, please?
When they say commentary, they're probably telling you a little bit about
Oh, okay. About
the
Birmingham and the canal.
area
Okay.
and stuff. Yeah, but
nice.
no, I haven't been on
Okay.
one. No.
It's probably
I
something
don't
I
need
should
no
do
one
on
to
it.
tell me.
Yeah.
I'll probably be
You're
being
born
here
and grow,
longer
yeah,
than the
innit?
commentator.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Birmingham's my town. I know all about Birmingham.
Yeah. You're
You
proud
know?
Brummie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been here
Oh, I
since.
should say that in the Brummie accent, shouldn't I?
Yeah.
Birmingham's my town, you know. I should say that in
In
the
a
Brummie
Brummie
accent.
accent. Yeah. This is where I've been since I come here, you know, so I have to claim it as well.
Yeah,
You know, Birmingham is my place, man.
yeah.
Okay, so, alright, Sandy, we're possibly going to end the video here. So I just want to tell you thanks for actually joining me today.
Yeah.
And any last words for the viewers, for the people?
Yeah, well, obviously don't forget to like, share and comment on his channel, right?
Of
Just
course.
down below, you know what to do now, right? But yeah, thanks Marlon for,
Yeah, no problem.
for
no
having
problem.
a chat,
It's
you
a
know,
pleasure.
and it's been nice. The day's been wonderful
Yes,
for
it's a good-
change. We
it's a
actually
good
caught
day.
a nice day in England for
Yeah,
change.
all for
but
you, the
yeah,
people.
So on my channel, what I always say is always from the heart,
Mm-hmm.
you know, love, peace and blessings.
Of
Ashe,
course.
ashe.
Okay, there you go, people. So go follow Sandy's channel. Go support her. You know, let her know that you actually saw her over here. So, people, again, thanks for joining us for this video. And I hope you like the video. I hope it's informative enough. I hope there's some information in there that might help you if you did want to make your move to, you know, relocate from wherever in the world you are to somewhere else. You know, I hope you find this video as an inspiration. As I've always said, you know, wherever you are in the world, remember to live in peace, love and unity, as Sandy had said earlier. And yeah, give thanks, so share the love, share the video, subscribe to the channel. If you'd like to see more videos like this, comment and let me know. And just keep it going, you know. Sandy, thanks again.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah, man.
Thank you for having me.
Respect people. Give
Yeah,
thanks.
take care. Bye.